Hello, David Thornton here. Today I want to show you how to make my chicken marsala. All right, let's go over the ingredients. All right, first I've got the oven preheated to 175, so once we get the chicken cooked, we can put it in there. I've got some small lasagna dishes that I'm going to serve it in, and probably going to cook a little bit of asparagus to go with it. But I'm going to put the marsala chicken on a small bed of angel hair pasta. All right, as far as ingredients go, I've got a half a box of angel hair pasta. I've got a little bit of fresh parsley for a garnishment on top. I've got half a lemon. I've got half a stick of butter, that's 4 tablespoons. I've got 9 decent sized mushrooms here. It's about 12 ounces, 12 ounces of baby Bella mushrooms. I've got 2 good cloves of garlic, one's large. I recommend at least 3 cloves of garlic, 2 large ones, 3 medium ones. I've got 1 decent sized shallot that I'm going to cut up. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of dried thyme, and I've got 1 cup of chicken broth, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then we're also going to use 1 cup of Marsala wine. Okay, I've got 2 good sized chicken breasts that we're going to cut in half and pound down to about 1/4 inch thick. And I've also got about 1/2 cup of flour, all-purpose flour, seasoned with some salt, pepper, and some cayenne. I'm going to say a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and a really good dash of cayenne pepper. All right, I've also got my garlic press and my meat tenderizing hammer. So I'm fixing to get the pasta going so it'll be ready. And another thing is I'm going to cook this in the iron skillet, and it'll have to simmer for about 15 minutes for us to reduce it down to the consistency that we're looking for. So right now I'm going to prep all the ingredients. All right, I've got everything prepped and ready to go. I also got the pasta boiling. I boil it for 8 minutes. The timer's just got a few minutes left on that. But we're gonna get started with the chicken right now. We're gonna start with some olive oil. Heat this up to medium heat, maybe medium high. I've got the chicken floured in the seasoned flour. So I can get 3 of these in there, not 4. Right, we're going to cook the chicken breast fillets into a good golden brown, probably about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. We don't want to overcook them. They're going to sit in the oven in the warmer for a little bit while we get the marsala sauce ready. All right, my last piece of chicken is done. I'm going to take it out, turn this iron skillet off. We've got some nice flour giblets in the bottom. I'm going to wrap this. We're going to put a piece of foil over this and stick it in the warming oven with our plates. All right, now we've got our skillet still hot. I did put just a little bit of butter in the skillet before I cooked the chicken. Mostly olive oil, but just a little bit of butter. We're gonna put the rest of this big chunk of butter, 1/2 stick of butter, in here. Let it melt. Start off on medium heat. While we're cooking this sauce, we'll scrape all those nice flour giblets off the bottom. They're just going to add color and flavor to the sauce. Now my pasta finished up while the chicken was cooking, so I've got it strained and just sitting here kind of staying warm while we cook the sauce. All right, the butter's pretty much melted. We're going to go ahead and put all the mushrooms and shallots. The shallots were in here with the mushrooms. We'll put all that in here at the same time. I like lots of mushrooms and lots of sauce. Some of the other recipes you might see don't use near as much liquid as I do, but I don't want my Marsala chicken to be dry. All right, while those start cooking, while them mushrooms cook, we're going to go ahead and put the garlic in. Garlic, boy, that's some good old stuff, ain't it? Goes with just about anything. All right, we got the garlic in there. We got the shallots in there. We got the mushrooms in there. All right, we're going to take this lemon, this half a lemon, and we're going to squeeze the juice from it in here with these mushrooms. All right. All right, now we're going to let this cook until the mushrooms get nice and soft and brown up a little bit. And then we're going to add all the liquid. We'll go ahead right now and put the thyme in here. I'm going to let these mushrooms and spices and stuff cook for about 4 or 5 minutes and then put the other liquids in. All right, the mushrooms and vegetables and spices have been cooking down for about 4 minutes. It's looking really good, got some really good color here. And we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our liquids. So we're gonna go ahead, turn this heat up just a little bit. I'm gonna put it on 7. And we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken broth. It's a cup of chicken broth. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And we're going to put 1 cup of this Marsala wine. All right, the key to this is not letting it get too thick. We're gonna cook this for right at 15 minutes. When it starts sticking to the bottom and starts thickening up where it'll stick to the bottom, that's about where we want it. We want it to reduce a good bit from what it is right now. It's really runny right now. There's a lot of liquid in there, but we want to bring this to a good heavy boil and let it simmer and reduce for about 15 minutes. It's at a pretty heavy boil. We're going to leave it like this for about 15 minutes altogether, just keeping a real good eye on it as it reduces down. All right, we're about 15 minutes into this and we're not quite there yet. The color is still light brown. We want it to get a little bit darker. So we're gonna watch this for about another 5 minutes. Our sauce has been cooking for right at 20 minutes. It's starting to thicken up and the color's getting darker. And it's just about where we want it. I'm gonna let it cook for about 1 more minute and then we'll be ready to plate this stuff. All right, our sauce is getting right to the consistency that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and get the serving plates out and get ready to eat. I got it still boiling. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. Got our chicken still good and warm. Plates are warm. All right. We're going to put a little bit of angel hair pasta. Pasta's flying everywhere. All right, we should have enough sauce for all these. All right, we're going to place 1 piece of chicken on each one. All right, this stuff is really darkened up. It looks really good. It's a lot thicker than it was, but it's still not like gravy. All right, so we're gonna stir this up. Oh, I wanna hit this before I serve it with one dash of salt, a little dash of pepper. Stir that in. All right, we're gonna try to get 1 good spoon of mushrooms and sauce for each. We got plenty of sauce. I said I don't want dry chicken marsala. Smells good. All right, if you have a larger iron skillet, I'm using an 8-inch iron skillet, you might be able to reduce this down a little bit quicker. It took me a little over 20 minutes to get it to the consistency that I'm looking for and the color, but I'm gonna put a little parsley on top. Save these for later. All right, well, there you have Dave's Chicken Marsala. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you.